Hello and welcome to my Week 8 LPL Power Rankings where I cover the teams 17 through 1, give you a recap of how they did last week and how I feel about them right now, the vibe I'm getting, and I do this for all four major regions because every day I cover the games that take place in all four major regions in my League of Legends Roundup. If you've missed it, I do, every game. So it could be teams at the top versus teams at the bottom, mix whatever. The series that no one wants to watch, I go over, take notes, and give you a breakdown of what happened in a much quicker way than if you were to watch the game yourself. Um, and I also give you notes of oh well, this happened at 32 minutes or whatever, and if it was a good play, you might want to go watch it yourself. So last place in the LPL is Team We. They stay 17th, and when we're doing teams that stayed where they are, Thunder Talk did not move from 16th. So these two teams did not move. Both went 0-1. Team We losing to Rare Adam. Not okay. Rare Adam, given where Team We is, is it not okay? Team We, minor improvements are going to be massive for them. Thunder Talk, however, with UKL and Chieftain, we thought that they would get better. They have not. So this is a disappointment for them, a very big disappointment. They lost to LNG in 3 games, but LNG have had hiccups against everybody right now. They're still up there, but that was a good matchup to play. But when it comes down to it, last week the 4 teams that I struggled to rank were going to be, at the time it was Anyone's Legends, LGD, TT, and We, and I didn't know what am I going to do. These 4 teams kind of all stink. How does this end up ranking? And this week, which I'll get into the rest of my power rankings, these 2 clearly were the worst of the 4. 15th, dropping 5 spots. Biggest mover this week, IG. And I didn't know if I wanted to do this as a big move, but they played 3 games, I think. So, no, IG just played 2. And it was against, I was just going over Anyone's Legends, LGD. IG lost to both. Excuse me. Not okay. IG are a mess. They swapped in and put Zika in the top lane earlier on, and at first I wasn't for it, but Zika is one of their strongest players right now. They swapped out Bot for Wink. Wink was okay against whoever they played first. I don't remember who they played first, to be honest with you. Wink was okay. He was on a Draven, and he didn't lose them the game. But I will say putting Mole in mid lane over Yukai was a mistake. Mole is not as good as Yukai. IG, I don't think, have much going for themselves. I'm kind of disappointed. I thought they could be better. LGD move up 1 spot. LGD go 1 and 2. So LGD played 3 games. Beat IG, lost to EDG and Weibo, and then Weibo in 3 games. So LGD are a much better team with Jay in mid. Honestly, I think that if they had Jay in playing the way he has all year, they're probably a middle team, probably in this area, but not in the basement where I've had them most of the year. 0-2 against EDG is whatever, but going to 3 games against Weibo is a big deal. Weibo's a top team. They played him strong. I like what LGD is doing. I think LGD has something to offer coming down the stretch and maybe into the summer. Anyone's Legend only played once, so I didn't want to drop Anyone's Legend below LGD, but I am much more impressed with what LGD is doing compared to Anyone's Legend. Anyone's Legend had a clean 2-0 against IG, but I'm just not as hyped about Forge as I am about Jay. But I wasn't going to drop them. They went 1-0, so I'm not going to move them up farther than that. I think that they made some ground. 12th place, not moving at all. Ultra Prime, I still don't have at that. In my opinion, they're down here yet. They're close, though. I would say that they're in the wheelhouse now. JDG and V5, those 2 teams are, I'd like them to play better against JDG. I'm not surprised they lose to Victory 5 today the way they did. Elk hasn't really been giving them a much. And Elk is the carry. And Cryan had like one moment I think in this series this morning where I mentioned his name. So Crane isn't doing enough either, especially given his reputation. So 12th place for Ultra Prime, and it's a disappointing one. 11th place, dropping 2 spots, is Rare Adam. Rare Adam was a big mover over the last couple weeks. They're on a 6-game winning streak and lost to OMG today. Speaking of OMG, I'll just do this real fast because this is kind of going to be. So OMG moved 3 spots. So this is because both teams. So both teams play each other today. OMG win 2-1. I'm just gonna make sure my board's on. It is. So OMG beat them. Game 3 was a blowout. The first 2 games, yeah, obviously they are what they are. It was 1-1 after 2 games. But Game 3, OMG showed up 17-2 and crushed Rare Adam. Rare Adam beat Team Wii. I'm not gonna give you a boost for that. You lost to OMG, and I think all of you are in the same area here. And when push comes to shove, you guys have to play each other and figure out who's better. And OMG were better today. And it wasn't close in Game 3. 9th place, and I really want to move them up more, but I'm not going to. I mean, I am really happy with the move that they made. FPX putting Care in mid. I hope he is in mid again this upcoming week. They beat BLG soundly. I think it was maybe 3 games, so I guess it wasn't soundly. It was in 3 games. But it was the only game they played, so I didn't move them up farther. But right now, like this team, I said it when they did it. Like, let Jalahu and Care, like, grow. If coming down the stretch in spring, they're going to give you your ups and downs, and get in the playoffs maybe and struggle. That might happen. Or they might surprise. Who knows? They might, take a series off somebody. But summer is when this team is going to be disgusting. I think if they don't screw around with what they have. They also have to still figure out the jungle situation. So that's holding them back. But the solo laners, I am happy with solo laners. Speaking of a team that's disappointing, BLG, 8th place, dropping 2 spots. So this isn't actually, is it disappointing? Well, right now it's a 9-horse race in the LPL. And FPX a distant 9th, but as I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they took a series off somebody, especially if they figure out the jungle issues. But BLG lost to top, lost to FPX. Though they were 6th, and they lost to 2 teams below them in the 7 through 9 range, which we've been looking at as top are getting better. Top are really hot. JDG are a team that, they were hot for a little while. They took a step back, lost to top, but now they might be regaining their footing and beat BLG. And then, it didn't beat BLG. But FPX beats BLG. So, those 3 teams, Top, JDG, FPX, which I have been following for a while and said they're all very similar in how they've performed this year, are have now brought BLG down to them. BLG have not played Uzi. I don't know what the deal is, but I think that BLG have some problems. Breathe has looked good at times. Fofo looked good at times. Everybody's looked good at times, but they haven't put it together. It's like the team vitality situation in LEC. You have a super team that is struggling. They're not like TL. TL's not struggling in the LCS. They're smoke showing it. 7th place, JDG moving up 1 spot. So, JDG, nice. Nice. We like JDG going into playoffs. Beat Victory 5, that's a big win. That's a win that matters. The team better than you, great win. Beat Ultra Prime, clearly separating yourself from borderline playoff team, non-playoff team. JDG are looking okay. I like what I see. But I really can't, I want to talk about top. So, top I have 6th. I really wanted, right now, top are probably, they're the hottest team. They're the hottest team. Are they the best team? No. RNG definitely is the best team, which, spoiler alert, I'll get into why. But, so, top's the hottest team in maybe the world right Yeah, T1's undefeated, so are they the hottest team? Yeah, they have the longest win streak, but today against KT, they sucked and won. So, Top has looked really good lately. 3-game series yesterday, but Knight looked good. No, this morning. Knight looked good. Jackie Love looked good. Top is really good right now. Beat LNG. That's a big win. That's a win that matters. You are running the table against playoff teams, and oh my God, they are looking great. BLG, I can't say it enough. I'm high on Top right now. 5th place, dropping 3 spots. Victory 5. So, Victory 5 had a really clean win today against Ultra Prime, which, whatever, Ultra Prime. Like I said with Top, that's a non-playoff team, or JDG. Yeah, JDG, that's a non-playoff team. You should beat them. So, yeah, Victory 5, you're a playoff team. I knew that. But, oh, that's supposed to be a 3. It just looks like a lightning bolt now. They beat Ultra Prime, lost to JDG. JDG's a playoff team, but given that these guys played each other so much this past week, I could not. I had to drop them below them. I did. I had to punish them for that JDG loss, and it's hard to get a read on what these 4 teams are like given their schedules this week. EDG don't move. EDG do not move. So they go 1-1. EDG beat LGD. You should do that. But you lost to RNG. RNG, no skin off your back, EDG. RNG right now we're looking real good in that game, and then it is what it is. And I'll get into that more so as we go on. 3rd place, LNG. LNG, you, I wasn't going to drop LNG farther than EDG, that was for sure. At first I had them swapped, but then I said, why do I have them that way? I should not swap them for the sake of swapping them. LNG beat Thunder Talk in 3 games. Not very good. Not a good situation. I mean, you should smoke show Thunder Talk, but you struggled. And then they lost to Top today in a 3-game series. So, Top is better than... Top is not as good as RNG. But Top are really hot right now. Really hot. I'm not going to punish LNG for that. I'm just not going to. Like I said, this is like a 9-horse race right now. I could make a claim. I feel like you could make a claim for these 8 teams. Maybe not JDG. People probably struggle with JDG. But let's say, because despite BLG being below them, everyone could say, well, if Uzi comes back and Uzi is at prime form, BLG could run the table. They have the players to do it. But you could say 7 out of these 8 teams could probably win the LPL in spring, as of right now. 2nd place, Weibo. Weibo drops 1. I mean, we knew this was going to happen, right? Lost to RNG, so RNG moves up. RNG is a big mover for this week. Moves up 4 spots to 1st again. RNG are back in 1st place. Not going to really talk about Weibo too much. I mean, heck, Weibo, you beat LGD. Good for you. We're going to talk about RNG. So, Bin is on. And therefore, RNG are the best team in the world, because when Bin's on, RNG is the best team. Beat EDG handily. I want to say 2-0. They might have 2-0'd EDG. And then they beat Weibo in 3 games. And Zhao showed up in Game 3 in a big way, which was really nice. Because, like I said, when Bin's on, this team's really, really good. And it is. Like, it's a really good team to begin with. But then it's like, the best team in the world when Bin is on. And Bin was on, and then Zhao was on against Weibo. And that put them over the edge. So, right now, RNG are 1st for me. I mean, they leapfrog Victory 5, EDG, LNG. They beat 2 of the top 4 teams in the LPL outright. And some might say 2 of the top maybe 5 teams in the world, putting T1 in there. So, really, truly, just a great 2-0 by RNG. But who knows? This week, Bin will roll over and the team will suck, which happened last time. So, right now, like I said, I think, honest to God, and I'm sure other people agree, these 8 teams could win spring. I mean, this is not a, oh, still got another week after this. But I think you can make a claim. Over the next 2 weeks, I mean, heck, Victory 5 might crap the bed, and then they end up out of here, and we don't think they're going to win. Or JDG look better, and I can make a claim for them, because right now, I don't know if I can make a claim for JDG to win the split. And then you look at this, and you probably say to yourself, it's like this. These three teams, similar. I do like FPX, though. I love those mid laners. I mean, we'll see how Care does with another series. Maybe Care just had a good matchup. Who'd they play again? Jeez. Let me look, because I'm going to just say, I think they played BLG, right? So, yeah. So, he did great against Fofo. Great for Care. There's a solid matchup, solid mid laner you played, and you beat. I like FPX right now. I went over it already. Figure out the jungle situation, and they could be scary. OMG and Rare Atom. OMG are really coin flippy. They were losing a lot of games. Now they beat Rare Atom. Rare Atom won a lot of games out of nowhere and lost. So we don't know what these two teams are going to do going into playoffs. And right now, I would probably say it's this. Ultra Prime has stunk. So anyone's Legend in LG or D, Ultra Prime has stunk, and AL and LGD have gotten better, and these three teams are doomed. IG might have a better record than them, but IG is doomed. They don't know what the hell they're doing. Well, no, they know what they're doing. They're just throwing paint at the wall and hoping something sticks, and right now, Mole did not stick. So IG has some work to do, but that's my LPL Week 8 Power Rankings. If you like this video, like down below. Not like down below. The like button is down below. So like the video. Subscribe if you enjoy this sort of content. Next week, my LPL Power Rankings will probably be in a different format because I'll be out of town. They might be audio only with like maybe some, a poorly done like PowerPoint or whatever. I mean, honestly, I'm partially thinking I have a Substack for fantasy sports, like traditional sports. I've debated on maybe putting it there and just like saying, hey, go look at it over there, but I don't think I'm going to do that. So, it's debatable. So, my LPL Week 8 Power Rankings, like the video, subscribe if you enjoy this sort of content, watch my League of Legends roundups in the morning for the LPL if you enjoy this region, and want to get an update on why the hell is FPX all of a sudden so good to me, or top, or why do I feel Ultra Prime stink. But yeah, so comment down below if you have a similar opinion of the fact that I think 7 out of the top 8 could win the split right now. Arguably FPX maybe too. So thank you for watching this video, and hope you come back for more content.